Who seeks recognition? The gentlelady from Ohio, Ms. Kaptur, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, I rise for two reasons. First, as founding co-chair of the Ukraine caucus, I rise to express gratitude to our Speaker, Nancy Pelosi, for extending the invitation to Ukraine's President, Volodymyr Zelensky, to address our Congress in this beloved House tonight. What a consequential moment in world history. His remarks will elucidate. Our Ukraine caucus, which is bipartisan, will warmly welcome him as a brother in the cause of liberty. And I will place and ask unanimous consent of the Speaker to place in the record the names of members of our bipartisan caucus.
Without objection.
Secondly, I also rise with considerable excitement as the Great Lakes Authority legislation, which dozens and dozens of members in both chambers have supported, has been included in the 2023 omnibus bill. The Great Lakes watershed is the only region in our nation without an economic instrumentality helping it to adjust to changing economic conditions, the only place in the country. The Great Lakes Authority will unlock the economic heartland's full potential for the century ahead. The Midwest communities that I represent are home to the people who make, build, and grow what makes, builds, and grows America. For decades, however, our region has borne the brunt of job losses, largely the direct result of disastrous trade policies, underinvestment, and deindustrialization. Since the passage of NAFTA in 1993, then China's entrance into the World Trade Organization in 2001, and CAFTA's passage in 2005, over 91,000 factories have closed across America, most in the region that I represent. Millions of good-paying jobs have been snuffed out. Middle-class workers and families in the Great Lakes region, including Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, and New York, have suffered as good-paying jobs disappeared. Too many communities have been shattered. The tragedy does not end there. Local governments have been left scrambling as declining revenues led to the collapse of budgets and the accumulation of crushing bonded indebtedness. The size and scope of these accumulated economic challenges are too much for any one city or state to overcome alone. Places like Toledo, Lorain, Detroit, Buffalo, Flint, places with hard-working people throughout the region have been scarred and struggle still to recover from the outsourcing of manufacturing and shipping jobs, including in agriculture, to penny-wage countries. Meanwhile, impacted towns like Chicago, Erie, Pennsylvania, Cleveland, Ohio, are limited in their ability to halt climate change and reverse its effects on their shorelines and natural habitats. The Great Lakes region, the largest body of fresh water on Earth, needs accelerated investments and strategic support to get back on track. Last year, in a bipartisan manner, this Congress accomplished what many had tried but failed to do: pass an historic investment in jobs and infrastructure. Billions of dollars are already on their way to some places, but we need to accelerate them to this region. These dollars will empower our communities to rebuild roads and bridges, improve ports, rail lines and airports, modernize energy and water infrastructure, protect Lake Erie and the adjoining Great Lakes, and which is the freshwater kingdom of the world and our continent. All of this funding, every penny, is an investment in good-paying jobs. But to maximize the impact and turbocharge revitalization, our region needs a strategic plan to marshal these resources, work together, and invest for the future. The Great Lakes region is the largest region in America that lacks such a federal entity, and we can see where the West Water is served by the Bureau of Reclamation. The Delta Regional Authority helps 10 million people in the Delta region, and more than 400 counties from Mississippi to West Virginia are served by the Appalachian Regional Commission. Our region has long needed such an entity. The Great Lakes Authority will be a federal, state mechanism created by us, the Congress, to spur creation of jobs and establish world-class worker education, training, and adjustment institutions in communities left behind. Our goal for the Great Lakes Authority are to foster innovation and expand the core U.S. manufacturing, industrial, and agricultural bases. We intend for it to promote new advances in renewable energy technologies like solar, wind, and hydrogen, while helping us conserve and steward our environmental assets. It should also conserve various agencies to help us produce this plan for the future. Finally, the Great Lakes Authority provides a new opportunity for American progress, and I look forward to the true possibilities
Gentlelady's
this
time has
authority
expired.
will unleash. I yield back my remaining time.